How's it going, YouTube? Today I decided to make my power and ground and charge harness for my K series. So wanted to show you guys some of the parts I use, some of the tools I use, and the way that I did it. So if you guys are looking to make yourselves your charge harness, your power harness, follow me along and I'll show you guys how I got it done. So while doing some research, I kept looking up which gauge to run and what kind of wire to run, and I couldn't find anything that would tell me what to use. So I came across a post and I talked to a couple of people. I talked to a tuner too to see like what kind of wire he likes to run on his stuff, and he recommended welding wire, heavy duty welding wire, which I was surprised by it, but I didn't even know this existed. So the reason that he was mentioning this is because it's fully copper. So copper, we know it's a good conductor. So I'll be running uh, heavy duty 4 gauge wire on my car. I'll be using the same one for the grounds, mainly for the battery to chassis ground. So I found these battery terminals on Amazon. They're like $26. They're aluminum, but the cool thing about them is that you can bolt your terminals in. So they have several bolt sizes that you can use. The downside to them is that they do not come with a cover or protective shielding, so they are exposed once you put them in there. I got a couple of ideas that I'm gonna use to cover them because I don't want them open, mainly the power one. I don't want anything falling in there or rubbing against anything and creating a spark. Some of the other parts that I'll be using, it's this wire loom. If you're looking to make a harness or make your wiring cleaner, I recommend running this stuff. This makes your harnesses or anything that you're working on just look 10 times cleaner. I highly recommend this. You get like 25 feet for like $12 or $14 on Amazon. I can't remember exactly how much I paid for this, but yeah, this is right here. This is a key to making any harness look clean. I'm bolting everything down, so I'm using some copper lugs and some heat shrink just to tie everything up and make it look really nice. The main tool that I'll be using today, besides your hand tools, it's this hydraulic crimper. You can get them on Amazon. I think I paid like $45 for this one. But yeah, this one will help me make the crimps, and just pretty good tool. It makes the crimps really nice. It doesn't destroy them. So yeah, if you're looking to do some wirings, do some ends, this is one of the tools that I highly recommend. I'll show you guys how I do it, and then you guys can pick up one if you need one. So I started working on some of the harnesses just to get down faster, but I'll show you guys how I do the crimps. So like I mentioned, I'm running fully copper wire, really recommended. So if you're trying to do your harnesses, welding wire, copper, best one to use. So again, here's the tool. You just simply find your gauge size, put it in the tool, set your lug, pump it up, set the lug in there, pump it up, and get it fully tight in there. So that way you're not trying to hold it and try to do it. So yeah, just stick your wire in there. Once you get fully in there, you just start pumping and get it pressed in there. And get it to release. And yeah, that thing is not going anywhere. There's nice and tight in there. Yeah, so that's how you do that. So I ran the loom in there. All I gotta do is just heat up on the heat shrink and it should all be done. I'm using a torch to heat on my heat shrink. I don't recommend it because it will burn some of your loom. So a heat gun will be good. Maybe a lighter, something with a low heat range. But yeah, I'm using a torch for today. I really don't want to use it, but that's all I got. So show you guys what it looks like. If it's the only thing that you got on hand, go for it. But it does create sometimes, get it focus, some damage to it. So it kind of burnt it right there, but not too bad. So I got all of my wiring done. I'm gonna show you guys how it looks. And yeah, I think they came out pretty nice. See what you guys think. So this is my ground wire. Like I said, I'm gonna be using this from the battery to the chassis. I don't know exactly where I'm gonna mount it to, but this is my battery cable for my negative. This is from the starter to the battery. Looks real nice in my opinion. I'm gonna be running a wire from the alternator to the battery just for shits and giggles. I like to do this. Several people have different opinions, but I like to run a wire from the alternator to the battery. And then I got my battery to fuse box. So let's get it installed and show you guys what the end product looks like. This is what it's looking right now. I got the cables in there. I really like these terminals. They're pretty cool. Everything's bolted down. And I was mentioning these things do not come with a cover, so I'm kind of afraid of leaving them exposed. I got an idea. I got some heat shrink that's kind of big. I'm gonna put it over it and just shrink them and have them covered once it's fully bolted down. Should be okay with the battery, the negative side. So again, yeah, wanted to show you guys. I'm running the cables through here. So I'll explain it one more time. I'm gonna be running one wire from the fuse box to give it power. So from battery, I'm running one wire to the fuse box, which is this small one right here. This one goes in there. Sick. Another one to the alternator. And this one goes to the battery. So alternator to battery. The other one I already have previously made. It's from the fuse box to the alternator. And then I got this bigger one, the 4-gauge one, going to the starter. So I'll get him in there here in a second. Just wanted to show you guys the way that I'm running it. There's different ways to do this harness, the charge harness on the K series. I have seen people go from the starter to the alternator, from alternator to battery, battery to fuse box, and then fuse box back to the alternator. Several ways to do it. By any means, I'm not saying I'm right. This is just the way that I'm doing it. I want single cables going to each place. Just kind of want to do it that way. Let me know if you guys have done them any other way, or what kind of way do you guys do them. But yeah, that's how I'll be doing it. Single cables to everything and running one cable from the alternator to the battery. I'll get everything installed here in a second, butting up everything. I got some wire to clean up. But yeah, I wanted to get in here and to show you how I do my stuff. And in case you guys are looking to do your charge harness, power cable and ground cable, just wanted to show you guys a couple of tricks. So thank you guys. I'll see you in the next one.